Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to the eerie silence of the 6-day stilt. I assume once we leave, we're gonna get music again. Today we're probably heading to Bethesda, Susa, maybe. But before we do that, we're headed down to this historical site over here. There's a historical site on our side of the map. I suspect it's going to. I hit spacebar, and apparently that was no. Weird. But let's check out the houses of Shumrod before we do any of that. And there, indeed, there is the music. Okay. Oh, curse the wretched specters! In numbers they are the metamorphic Newman. Who among us has not thought such a thing from time to time? So somewhere around here. Oh, are you for real? Is that a good idea? Did you think that through? I had to tell you, don't love the limited visibility around here. I might do the thing. I'm trying to get away from solving literally all of my problems by emitting gases upon them. But, you know, I mean, it's a difficult urge. It's a difficult urge to get away from. All right, free cider. I love cider. I still say, I will stand by this forever, and I apologize, members of the Freehold team, if this is something that you really stand for, if this is something important to you. But I think maybe the worst decision in this game design-wise is having some of the trees have collision and some of them not, and you have to remember which tree sprites are the collision blockers. It's just very annoying. It would be fine if it's fine if they do, and it's fine if they don't, but it should really be all or nothing. Or like have a sprite for the tiles where the trees are so dense that you can't walk through them. Have a sprite that's like a couple of trees, right? Let's just see. So it's like, oh well, okay, that's why. It's because there's more trees per space in that space. I don't know. It's not a big deal. Obviously, it doesn't really matter. There's a young ivory in that space. Fuck you, young ivory. There's a lot of young ivory everywhere, it turns out. No, I'm not trying to attack. I want to attack. I know we don't get anything for killing the young ivory. There's no possible loot, and we don't get XP. But I just, out of sort of general circumstance, not circumstance, principle. Those two words are the same. Glow crows, how's it doing? How's it going? It looks like we're well enough liked by birds. That's good to know. There's gonna be a staircase down somewhere around here. Okay, there's nothing in that basket. Black robes. Huh. Poison gas grenade, sure, I guess. Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power, etc. Well, obviously my gas is not poisonous in the strictest sense. Technically, I will not poison you. By the time the thing that I will do starts happening to you, you will no longer care whether it is technically poison. But the point is, it won't be. Ah, where the hell are the stairs? Somewhere in these trees, damn it. There's still actually a pretty big chunk of screen space unexplored. Huh. It's just a book laying on the ground. And gems buy and sell. That's weird. Did I melt a bookshelf? I suppose I might have, right? Because the whole... No, I'm not trying to attack either. I'm trying to attack... So like, either being in the same space as a tree makes the tree unattackable? That's a little annoying. Ah, okay. Stairs. Yeah, like theoretically, it's absolutely feasible that there could have been a um, a bookcase in amongst the spaces that I gassed. The thing that's really surprising is that the book is okay. I guess we've never seen the gas destroy like loot, right? It kills creatures, but it leaves the bodies more or less intact, and it doesn't. I guess I wouldn't know if it had destroyed items, but it seems like people still have items. We're not seeing like a weird dearth of loot on those who succumbed to the frogtuity. So the frogtuity. Listen, I brought all this gas, and it's free for all of you, as much as you want. If you really want it, it's yours. Okay. Seed spitting plants at this armor value are nothing more than an annoyance. I don't feel like we've gotten much tougher recently. I've actually lost a point of AV relative to where we have been for the past couple of episodes, but it turns out we're tough enough for the problems that we're having on this side of the map anyway. Why are there so many campfires burning here? Very curious. Also, so much young ivory. I suppose I should probably eat something before we suddenly find ourselves famished in a moment where it would be really great to not be famished. I feel like if either and or are in spaces where there is also a thing to kill, the game ought to be smart enough to know that you are trying to kill the thing and not your space-time echo, not your causality buddy. Backwater Musa Grove after decades. Accordingly, the roseate bands in quantum magnetic tension. Wreaths of flowers, of which might. Is Mammon dead? Have you found upon the flute? This is a book about, finding what's really important to you in life. All things to all who canter. Definitely some hindrance stuff here. And you know how they feel about Pax Clank. That's a cheer and chant to try to get him to appear. You do it in front of your bathroom mirror at night. Are these millstones? Huh. Weird. They're not connected to any kind of machinery or anything. It's just spare millstone storage. This here is the liminal floor of the Houses of Shumrod, which I guess means there probably won't be too much to it. God damn it. Goddamn ivory. At the Battle of Mabipir, Sutafa fought as a mercenary to subjugate insects. He wielded a cursed axe with such artfulness that it forever became known as Curseticus Insects Ruin. That's a really stupid name for an axe. Don't let your opponents name your artifacts. And lo, his sword was forever thenceforth called Stupid Head Poopy Pants, the dumb asshole sword for dumb assholes. That's a mine. Disarm. Disassemble. Okay, so there's a miner somewhere around here. Milishir, the coiled devil of Housequarter Shumrod. Acting against the persecution of Roots, Milishare led an army to the gates of Shapir. Alright. Doesn't go in for that particular kind of persecution. Take a free star apple, why not? Gosh, you forget, after you've been like in a game for a while, you forget how many different kinds of grenades there are. How long it takes before you have identified all of them. Alright, nice of the centipede to hold the miner in place for me. So many ivories. Okay, coiled lama beetles. That is not new information. That is a quote-unquote secret that is well known. Alright, free trade goods. Hard to be too upset about that. And yeah, like I thought, this is based on its location on the map. I was figuring that this would not be a very difficult one to survive. And obviously with our previous character, we were very motivated to do historic sites because they seem to always have cybernetics creds at the bottom. Here, you know, here I'm just looking for the artifacts. Looking for cool Sultan artifacts. At daybreak on the first day of summer, a babe was found swaddled on a sacred stone cairn. Okay, yep, the Inquisitive Inkwell thing, we know that as well. Rebecca died of blood rot, and on her deathbed, Reshef forgave her and absolved her of sin. He allowed her to be buried in the village of Ezra outside the gates to the Tomb of the Eaters, beneath the shadow of the spindle. Allowed. So apparently there's a Dreadroot there. These Dreadroots are all members of the cult, by the way. Dreadroot and a member of the family of the Wired Lamafrids. I do not want your cloth overalls. Even at lower level, this would not probably have been a super dangerous dungeon. But sadly, being much higher leveled has not really reduced the degree to which it is an annoying dungeon. Weird to have a couple of muskets just kind of hanging out. No tinker, just... No tinker, just turrets. Not a normal circumstance. Okay, yeah, it's like 100 campsites, lots of woven baskets and whatnot. It's a very strangely designed dungeon. Also, far too many things clearly living here for this to really be a liminal floor. Here we have entered the Havu morass, where okay, this is more enemy-like. Oh, are they phased right now? No. In theory, I should be able to harm them by just a bad shot. Why won't you die? It's probably worth picking up this. Honestly, the bracers are only 2 pounds each as well. Yeah. I was going to say, if they don't get me right away, I am going to obviously gas the room. Oh, once, when he has no existence apart from it, and returned to me that I would advise you not to have returned from Golgotha with such finesse, that it was found with winds from the village. They found a pamphlet full of figure and responsive. Boy, the Markov chain generator is really having a ball with the grammar on that one. Okay, well, that's promising. Oh. That was a guy. I didn't even look. That was like a whole guy. Okay, reps were pretty solid. But that was Caxichartabert, the legendary young ivory, and the leader of the family of the Wired Lamb of Roots. So, Cybernetics Credit Wedge, good trade stuff. And the colossal muffs of the Houses of Shumrod. Okay. Maybe not the most exciting gloves that I've ever seen, but pretty good. And they're just 1-1-0. Now, what they don't have is 10 points of cold resist. Oh, did you assholes... Yep, vectorized into a line of force. Alright. Okay, interesting note there. The gas can spread through force fields. Yeah, it does suck very much that when they do this, it's always such a huge, such an expansive line. Sun shone, and so forage fruitfully. Blessed be the agent. Yeah, you know, you want to take control of your own situation here. I see the enemy, I'm going to ignore it while I read. The waveform while a diaphragm upward, unabridged. Go bother one of the form falls to pieces, but if sugar or salt be put into the jungle. Certain places, deep within the cassifessence, your DV is modified by your agility modifier. What curious words, what could they mean? Alright, if we wait until gas time right here, there we go. Now we are properly on the other side of the force wall. You can't take these two anywhere, I swear. Okay, neither one of them dropped a gun, sadly. New statue of Sutafa. An army to the gates of New Narcomus, where he sacked it and persecuted its citizens. How do we know about Sutafgrad? I'll play bow and arrows. I have to recommend you show up with a laser gun. Reefs were the windweirds of Perth. Would you care to arrange or separate them? I don't think you should. I think you should leave them right where they are. To their own agency. Alright, anything else going on in here? I suspect not really. I think we've dealt with most of this cult. We got a little bit lucky there, because there's very much a version of that where, you know, I get the kill on the enemy young ivory as quickly as we did there, but it actually has like reputations where that is not necessarily the best thing. Yeah, you do seem to be untargetable. Let me, just pump out a lot of gas. The Voider is taking a small amount of damage. It does seem like the gas is kind of dancing around it, but it's not like surviving because it's phased. Very weird. I'm gonna adrenaline gas here. Can we get more than 1 damage per turn on this thing? No, it really... I will grab that salve injector that's on the ground for some reason. There we go. Got one of them. And there's not really a sense in hitting the others, right? I think we have looted this place out. That did not take very long. And you know, the gloves are neat. I am not upset about our prize. We got a couple of books to go along with it. I was kind of hoping it would be more. So, out of curiosity now, as far as our historical sites go, Habashur. Why does Habashur have no? I don't know what the green dollar sign means. Hamor Gardens all the way over there. Yazabal is like in the Rainbow Wood. Kirchalil is just to the east of the Freehold. Mirvak is all the way over there. Tunip Library. Yeah, wow, they're really aside from the houses of Shumrod, they're really clustered quite closely together over there. We know a lot about layers. Actually, we don't know that many layers. And then we have, various specialized merchants. Kishwamir, the legendary Glover, is actually right over here, and I don't think we've ever been to Kishwamir. Oh, that's a becoming nook. I'd recognize that shape in the Tetrazanano glass anywhere. And then get lacerated by heat with my overfurcate capillaries. These things happen, life is not always what you wanted it to be. I picked one of those up before examining it properly. Wait, where is that? Actually, maybe... No, wait. I thought I did. Wet iron longsword, sure. May as well pick it up. It does look like we are kind of done with this place already. Lots of folk swimming. And by folk, I mean glow pads. Glow pads are people too. There's a single ornery croc. Okay. That Snapjaw does not count as hostiles. Come on now. Yeah, unfortunately, it can tell you there are hostiles nearby for a very long time, and you just kind of can't. Yeah, maybe. Maybe there are. I can't see shit, so who knows? Okay. We can probably just auto-explore this. Oh no, not an electrofuge. we're not going to find anything terribly interesting up here would be my guess. Oh, you know what? If those, I was going to stop and check those chests, but if there is anything of interest in them, I believe Auto Resolve would have opened it and asked us in exactly this way. Okay, so yeah, not a lot of interesting stuff. Loose gloves, as to be expected. Oh no, not a knoll worm. Got me right in my Sidious Crongelona. Okay, now I think we can drop down into the lair and see what's what here. Okay, continues to be a place with lots of spare garbage on the ground. What's your deal? Doesn't really have a lot of stuff, but he doesn't need to have all that much stuff in order for killing him to be a viable play. A sensible play, even. Okay, so Kishwamir, the legendary Glover, is hated by antelopes and disliked by the Fellowship of Wardens. I probably don't actually want to... Oh... I wonder if this is... Yeah, I was going to say, this is going to be a thermo cask, right? Ooh, the cell, though. I probably want to take a thermo cask with me, but I definitely... Really? Wow. Well, I'm certainly taking that. Wait, didn't I get the... Okay, it was a solar cell. That was weird. I took the... I examined the power cell, or I took the cell out of the thing and it went directly into my inventory instead of putting it in the box, which I guess makes sense, but it certainly buffaloed me for a moment there. I'm not even going to get good money for these steel gauntlets. I'm comfortable just dropping these. Oh, I'm still carrying too much to move. Indeed. It turns out... Okay, that was 2 copies of skin glitter before. It turns out some of the stuff I'm picking up is actually quite heavy. Oh, well, here's one thing. We can buy ourselves a small amount of weight by actually disassembling our chairs. And then, like, I guess there's a question of, like, do I actually want to carry around a thermo cask? The answer's pretty much no. The sell value on it has to be pretty significant, though, right? Is it better to sell it, or is it better to disassemble it? Because 6s are quite rare at this point. I need to drop 11 pounds. Well, we do have 12 pounds of books. I need some more carry capacity is what I need. I guess there's probably no chance I'll ever need torches again, so we have a glow sphere. And then, like, I could drop a weapon. The whole point of these weapons is that I wanted to sell them off, though. Let me drop... 3 pounds? Let me drop the cider. That'll let me walk over to the glove guy. Hello. I would love to do business with you. Best protect your hands, friend. You don't know how much you need them until a madpool takes one. No, that's fair. That's fair. So we already have ape fur gloves. I don't really guess I need much from you. While traveling through Library Quarter Turnip, Sutafa stopped at a tavern and lost his Cursidicus insects ruin to a local thief. Okay, well now we know where that is. Ah, woolly chain gauntlets, giving them heat and cold resist. While traveling around Garden Quarter Hamor, Sufa the Fourth lost control of her chariot, drove it off a cliff at 35 years old. Seems unlikely. I think there's more to that story than meets the eye. Yeah, the thermocask is, like, kind of valuable. That's just the first Triad of Plagues. We know about that story. These could both be ulnar stimulators, I suppose. And just the one has a higher price because of the lacquered engraved quality. And I can't have you identify this stuff. You are not a tinker. Well, I guess I can do this and just take a bunch of water from you. Probably I can give you a bunch of weapons as well. Right, that's going to be weight negative. That's going to be weight negative. Probably don't need to hold on to this opal pommeled steel battle axe if it's not the thing I'm actually going to be using to fight with. Do I have enough room for all that water? I do, okay. Okay, we're getting into this place where I'm just like, I'm so close to my weight limit all the time. Let me pull the cell out of those and then have a look at your inventory again. And yeah, the expensive one was just expensive ulnar stimulators. Well, I gotta be honest with you, I probably... So in case y'all don't remember, it's just a thing that you can put a power cell in and it draws power constantly, and while there's something in the battery, it's +1 strength, +1 agility. Certainly not like horrible gloves, but if you gotta be feeding them power all the time, they're an annoyance at the very least. I don't think they're great. We probably don't need more water skins. Oh, what's your deal? Oh, you're the... right. You have had time to get up and walk around, is what your deal is. Oh, I hate these things. How are you gonna just have thirst thistles living in your home? Oh, a copy of the Canticle Scromaic. Ooh, wow. I think I am just gonna take all that. That much wine is actually kind of valuable, I think. All right, and we're back to being only 5 pounds under under our weight limit. Well, I gotta tell you, I am thinking of maybe just dissolving the thermocask. Oh, wait, the thermocask has a bunch of... Did I do it already? I sold it. That's right. I used it. I used it to buy the thing. Okay. I feel fine about that. That's an okay way to do that. I guess let's go back to the stilt real fast just to drop off the books. That'll buy us a little bit of space and we can figure other things out afterward. Please get to the Dreadroot Tuber. Okay, hey fellas, how's it going? Y'all just keep having fun. There's a lot of Isachari Raider pressing the power button on the odd trinket. There's some teleportation occurring up here. All right, well, you know what we're going to have to do. This is going to cause a scene, but I am certain that it is the correct play. Adrenaline, corrosive gas. Alright, so there was one shooting at us. Obviously, we have the ability to duck into cover here pretty easily, but also it's worth remembering that Isachari riflers don't carry a lot of ammunition. And they won't shoot you if you're in melee. They will prefer to melee attack. Oh hey, Drillbot. I believe Drillbot is a dismembering enemy, so I am a little concerned about that. Oh, I didn't kill it, I just lost sight of it. Okay, let's try not to spend too much time adjacent to it for obvious reasons. Okay, I was trying to draw it into the gas. It was a little canny. Wow, that's a lot of rifles. That said, my electro bow is actually accurate at a pretty significant distance, and we have a little bit more of the agility that we need to actually use it now. Here we go. A displacer bracelet. So this thing, I mean, obviously it teleports you based on the name and also what we saw it doing. Hieroglyphs of fluctuation are incised on the inner surface of this. I don't really know what to make of that. Actually, I don't. You know what? It doesn't look to me like we need to shoot these guys. I think they're approaching me because they're out of bullets. So yeah, there was a time when we were gladly picking up these very rifles for loot. At this point, each one of them is worth like $12 in trade value, right? It's probably not actually worth it. As always, Frogtuitus having to do an awful lot of low-skill greenskeeping. I don't know how to take care of the plants or the land the plants grow on. What I know is murder. All right, so somewhere here, there's going to be a drop into the actual lair part of this. Aha. All right. No sense in waiting, I suppose. We'll be at full health by the time we get to the bottom of the stairs. Nope. Yeah, charge those guys. That's right. I wasn't actually in combat. I forgot. It's like, why is this being so weird? Why doesn't it want to target that guy? Well, it doesn't want to target that guy because that guy's not hostile to you. All right, none of them saw what happened, so let's just pretend that everything is chill while we find their legendary leader and decide whether or not to go on another killing spree. Nylon body pack's pretty compelling. Steel gauntlets are less so. Interesting. Thought it had us, yeah, weird. So for the moment, I'll take off the ape fur cloak. Alright, you are disliked by the Farmers Guild, hated by the Seekers of the Sightless Way. So actually, just doing a water ritual with this guy would not be horrible. Get some Merchants Guild rep, like... yeah, I'm into it. I know about the location of a stupid village and also a slime bog. And you have nothing to offer me. And no items to trade. And only bronze daggers. Okay. What happened? Space-time vortex is what happened. It seems like when they do that, the vortex they create is at least temporary. It's quite short in duration. Okay. This desert. It's alive. Okay, don't actually want that. Alright. See if there is any loot to be had here. I swear to you, I'm trying to get to the stilt. It's just they keep throwing locations at me. Locations that will probably have books talking about the earthy gunk. And I lack crypto gull eggs, and well, never you mind. I have new goods for you joyously. As the last beams of light, 2nd edition. You are to study it first. It's got a sort of a self-help vibe and cadence. So that's this one structure, and then there's another one over here. Oh, like I'm afraid of an amoeba. Okay, there are books here. Aristocrat, your question was controversially accepted. Oh, okay, I jumped right past the text in there. I mean, it was unlikely to be important. What is engraved on this banner? After conferring with mollusks, Sutavta convinced them to help him found a gambling den in Library Quarter Tenup for the purpose of making decisions by arbitrarily choosing tokens. I mean, I guess that's a gambling. All right, they sure are describing one gambling. Okay, this doesn't actually connect to anything. I kind of thought it was going to be a space that filled up the upper right corner there as well, but apparently that area is just not real. All right, anyway, finally to the stilt. Mostly for the purpose of tell you a new secret. Oh, right, and then you guys are going to be weird. Do you have to run away and... Oh, no. Liquefies into several pools of inky putrid acid. Well, here's an opportunity. Okay, I am not acid-proof. I thought there was a possibility, you know, because the description of the gas is quite clear about it being gaseous acid, but no. No, 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 no. Let's... clean all my everything. Just get the acid off of my body. Excuse me, y'all. It's like walking through an active minefield. I brought you so many more books. Okay, I think this is the last charge of our thing going off. So this is a little bit of a tough one. I don't think I want burgeoning. I think burgeoning is so incredibly dangerous. To yourself, mostly. But I do think heightened hearing and multiple legs are both really good. I'm gonna... They're both really good. Yeah, heightened hearing is too good, I think, to pass up. Okay. And that means you two are glowing again, and I'm gonna... Oh, God. Okay. 3 important objects from my lives: a jar of pickles, some translucent skin, and a chest containing objects. After a bout of Iron Shank, the Sultan of Qud abdicated the throne. Because of Sutafa II's inquisitive eyes, she was chosen as successor. That's a hell of a way to be handed a throne. Yeah, sometimes the outcome of their flickering is so cool and positive. So, I mean, I don't know. Do I want to just... Do I want to just take over... Or do I want to just head to Bethesda Susa now? Is there anything else that I would like potentially like to buy? Boots, right? Let me see if the boot person has any boots for us. Were you on this screen? No. This screen. No, but... And we should go talk to the Droman as well, I suppose. That is not what I meant to do. I wish that wasn't the top option. Okay. Because there are, of course, boots with the fur on them. And wouldn't it be cool to have some? Let's talk to this Dromad trader. That's really the only place that we can still pick up reasonable cold resist, I think, outside of like a weird artifact like we had in the last game. Am I misremembering? I thought there was a footwear person. Yeah, maybe I've lost my mind. I guess so. Okay. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready-ish. As ready as I'm getting. I did press right there an extra time because I had just been mashing right, obviously. There we go. And of course, they gotta spawn an enemy right at the screen barrier so that you are guaranteed to run into something immediately. And here we go, the wreck of Bethesda Susa, looking pretty small and ruined. But hey, look, it's Cragmenches right off the top. Probably they're not going to do too well with the acids. Like what we determined last time about the Glittermensch was that Glittermenches have very high defenses but not very much HP. I wonder if it is the same with these guys. Let's release the adrenaline. Nope, sorry. Corrosive gas. I'm kind of letting it do the thing itself. Wow, we getting like mauled here. Okay, energy bolts having some difficulty here. That's not great. I'm a little reluctant to switch to the light rail for reasons that I hope are obvious. But like, maybe I don't have a choice. This guy's hit really hard. We don't have power cells that are good for running that yet. And that is perhaps, indicative of a problem with my strategy. Okay. What do we got here? We got a Livid Creeper, Alloporta, the Red Death Daka, I believe, can't do anything unless you step into them. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it just grabbed me. Maybe it just reached out and grabbed me from a distance. Release adrenaline. It is injured already, which is good. I'm going to dilate time as well. You are going to let me go. I must admit to having been surprised a little bit here by the burgeoning. I'm going to get away. There's a lot of combat going on over there. While those people are fighting, we're going to just make a little meal. Oh, okay. Hi. Didn't fancy you were just going to run over here. Guess what? You get to enjoy the frogtuity. Okay, so I thought that was... Okay, it's this one. I thought the other Gyre-White was the one that... the one that summoned the burgeoning in the first place. I gotta remember, we don't have as much weight as it looks like we have. These are small blades? Short blades, yeah. Because I do want to be wearing my cloak. So if we take you off, put you on... I'm actually overburdened already. What a nightmare. It might just be that you can't always carry around 40 pounds of extra gun. Let me pull the cell out of this. As much as fun as we've had with the linear cannon with the last character, I don't know that this character wants it. Like, I'm thinking about very high, like the very, very high armor class enemies that we were using it against with the other character. We would want to just run up on and cleave and then, you know, hit with all of our melee stuff here, or just kill them with acid, which I would not think would have an armor roll. So I actually think a linear cannon's kind of bad for us, but I do think that 7s are hard to come by. We got a 5 out of it as well. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. All right, and then there's also a bunch of that nonsense going on over there. Cragmensch luminaries. So the mechanimists like us. Oh, that's actually another concern, isn't it? Let me look at my reputation with the mechanimists. Are we welcome in your holy places? Because if not, that's a problem we need to go solve. No, we are not. Okay, so actually, before we do Bethesda Susa proper, we got to get to a place where they will let us wander around. Obviously, the immediate move is what do you mean I'm lost? This is Bethesda Susa. I know where I am. That's correct. I do stop being lost. Huh. Mysterious gunslinger with his jewel-encrusted weird artifact. I'm going to watch him fight these Cragmenches, and if he dies, we're going to steal his shit, and if he doesn't die, we're going to steal his shit. But if he has the ability to kill them, I would love to see that. Oh, he definitely got murked. Jewel-encrusted semi-automatic pistol. I think I figured out why he died. Okay. So the most obvious way to do that is going to be to go back to the stilt. Sorry. Sure, you're all tired of the stilt by now, but go back to the stilt and throw some cool stuff into the offering well. Just have a quick look around here. All right. I mean, if this is a map where the primary difficulty is going to be that the enemies are swarmy, I think that's a situation that we are well equipped to handle. Come on, you. Tighten up your shell. You're just delaying the inevitable. You're just going to die tired. All right, the one thing that's really annoying about the heightened hearing, obviously, is the way it interrupts our ability to, like, rest and auto-explore. Oops, did not mean to press that. But it's fine. We'll live with it. It's just a normal cannibal. It's not really a big threat. What a bizarre route. Okay, can we get into that big internal space there? Not 100% clear. All right, you know what? Time dilation. Yeah, we are more than equipped to deal with a single enemy miner. Yeah, take all that. Probably not that. Probably not worth the carry weight anymore. Okay, there is a little room in there. All right, well that's, I think, all that we needed from this. You know, we could try to take on the asphalt pits earlier this game. That might be a good way to approach this. Okay, I remember that we picked up a thing late, but I couldn't remember if it was before or after last time we were here. All right, well, I think what I'm going to do is leave it right here for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we're going to start our day by trying desperately to cobble together enough cool things to throw in the well to bump our Mechanimist rep up. And then, finally, we'll be heading into Bethesda Susa. I feel ready for the most part. I just want to make sure that when we get down to the Beetle floor, the guards aren't going to go nuts and just totally try to dogpile us. So, come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.